Freedom to reflect is possibly my most favorite prompt that I have received. I want to speak into it because I'm extremely proud of the journey that I've had. I came from a lot of trauma in my childhood and then a lot of traumatic experiences in multiple abusive relationships to being able to feel really proud to truly learn more about loving me. I manage extreme high levels of stress from external sources. I have non-negotiable self-care, and that is the action of loving me continuously. I have confidence. I'm really proud of the way that in every movement that I make, I am always thinking about my bigger why. To be able to share the medicine of trauma recovery and be a beacon for those that may not recognize that healing is definitely possible, and to live life well can happen through holistic health and through that absolute courage to get support to do so. So, some of my past experiences are a bit yucky and a bit gross, and I have overcome adverse childhood experiences, various abusive situations, sexual abuse, financial abuse, physical abuse, psychological abuse. I've also had severe postnatal depression and a misdiagnosis of bipolar disorder. So I'm really going to just hone in on a previous part of my life, and that was when I was involved in DV relationships with my ex-husband, so that you can look back with me. I'd like to say reminisce, but it's not really happy. And then notice the switching that supported this transformation into the proud person and the proud woman that stands in front of you. And it's really interesting if you actually meet me in my personal life. I'm very introverted, and I really do step out and speak because I know that is medicine in itself for people to hear and relate to the stories that I have had, and to know that there is a light that can shine from deep within you, that can pull you forward into amazing life. So when I first met my ex-husband, I was in my last year of uni. I was already involved in quite a lot of addictive behaviors, and I was really lost, had low self-confidence, no sense of worth, and all of a sudden I was getting amazing attention from a male, someone that was interested in what I was doing, interested in where I was, what I was wearing, who I was with. I was like, wow, this guy's paying a lot of attention to me, a lot of care. It made me feel really secure. It made me feel as though somebody finally gave a crap about me. Just a little side note, I did grow up in an environment where I had a lot of abandonment. I had a lot of periods of being by myself, feeling very lonely, trying to figure out the world by myself. And so I never really had a lot of that kind of attention, and I never had any modeling around healthy environments, healthy homes, healthy relationships, what really was love at all. So when somebody had this big love bomb and was like, oh my gosh, you are amazing, you're beautiful, you're intelligent, what are you doing, where are you going, who are you with, what are you wearing, maybe we should go and do this instead together, I want to spend all my time with you, all of those things, I was like, wow, that's amazing. This must be love. this must be what everyone's talking about. This has really filled a lot of the holes that I felt within me. And this continued for a long time, this coercive control, this manipulation, this emotional whirlwind that started to erode away a lot of the things that I liked. I didn't do the things that I really enjoyed because it wasn't what he was doing. We had to do everything together. I gave up jobs that I absolutely loved because it was taking a lot of time away from our relationship, and that was very, very important. More important than what I desired, what was giving me joy, or what may have given me a lot of independence. And it's kind of just snowballed into turning into someone that I didn't really recognize, I didn't really know, over around 6 years. And then I had my first child, and that really escalated abusive, the abuse that I endured during that relationship. Because, as you know, as a mother, your time and your energy really needs to be channeled into this beautiful, dependent little being that needs you. You know, they need you for everything. You know, they are pretty helpless without you. And that caused a lot of friction, a lot of challenge, and a lot of angst directed toward me. I started to get more abusive phone calls, multiple phone calls a day, to tell me that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't doing enough, that I wasn't a good mother, that I wasn't a good person, that I had not done this or that, or really little things that probably now I'd be like, I don't even know why that warranted a call, but it was the incessant reminder that I wasn't good enough unless I was doing more to keep that, to cater for his needs and what he wanted for the family or for whatever it was. And if you can imagine, it chipped away and it really eroded a lot of trust in myself. And from someone that already had a lot of instability about who I am and whether I was worth any kind of value at all, I really started to sink into a very low, depressed state. And then I had another baby, and my whole brain just went too much, and I went into severe postnatal depression. And I remember that when I had, interrupting thoughts, I had like a lot of delusional kind of grasp on reality, maybe not even really with it all the time. I was suicidal and I was put on to suicide watch. And I remember I went into the doctors with my baby because it was only little, and I had my then ex-husband with me, and we sat down, and the doctor said to us, hey, the mother of this child is just incapable of doing too much. She needs more help around the house, she needs more support, she needs to rest more, she needs to get sleep, she needs to be fed, she needs just someone to help her, and you're the person that's closest to her, so you need to, if you can, start doing more to support her. Taking the children after you finish work, making some dinners, anything that you can do to lighten the load will help her tremendously. And I remember this is one very key moment when he was like, yes, of course, definitely, that's for the well-being of our whole family, I'm going to do that. And I actually believed him. I thought he was very sincere. We get back in the car, and he turns to me, and I really remember this as a key moment. He turned to me and he said, I hope you don't expect me to do any of that. And I remember that my heart fell into the ground, and I was thinking, whoa, what am I going to do? Because I'm all alone, and I really don't know what I'm going to do. And he said, you need to sort your crap out because you're bringing too much attention to our household. And I was like, I honestly, I was confused and foggy, and I was in this very, very abusive relationship. And every day I had to go to the clinic to show up so that they knew that I was still alive. So you can kind of see how abusive that relationship really was. And it took me, and the light just went out, and it took me, I think, quite a number of years to leave that relationship. After that turning point, I think I stayed for one more year of absolute misery. I've never been in so much pain in my life while I was looking after 2 children and wondering whether it was okay for me to keep going. So I went from there, and I've got lots of different aspects of my story, but the amazing thing is that those experiences that I have enabled me to really look into what it is that I want to create. So a lot of the times when I was in those abusive relationships, and I'm going to be honest, I've been in a few of them, that was the first of many, is that 2 in particular, is that I was really falling into these victim modes, feeling really helpless, feeling powerless, feeling as though maybe it didn't matter if I was here or not, feeling as though I was incapable. And along the way, I started to learn more about how to look after myself. And I mean, we throw around self-care a lot, but self-care to me is really the actions that you take to show yourself absolute love, acceptance, and, appreciation for all that you have, who you are. So I started to get into meditation, into creative therapy, into holistic health, alternative medicines, and I completely shifted my whole life around. And everything, absolutely everything, every experience that I've had, every modality that I've learned, every coaching, every strategy, every tool, everything, knowledge, wisdom, intuitive intelligence that comes up, that is how I share and support people, women, to move forward into their version of success. And that is why I show up every day for the woman that might not even recognize that healing is absolutely possible. And I am a walking freaking miracle because I chose me. I chose to love me. And now I'm super proud of being able to not only have this business, another business, but I have, intimate relationships. I have presence with my children. I have joy. Joy is the new medicine. I have non-negotiable ways that I look after myself. I have a lot of moments of absolute bliss. And I also have, dreams and goals and plans, and everything looks hopeful. And that's what I really want to really put across, is that yes, my story may be mine, but I also want that version of going from traumatized to triumph to really be another woman's story as well, as many as I can. That's my big mission, is to help empower women to be the leaders and the direction and the directors of their lives, so that they can spread more light into the world, that they can spread their medicine too, and that they can actually embrace presence, joy, and have a high vibration as they do so.